Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Hazeeq and welcome to another Black Ops 3 Top 5. Now in this one we are taking a look at the top 5 multiplayer weapons in Black Ops 3. So I'm going to have a link for each one of these weapons in the description. You can check out the best class setups for each 5 weapons. I believe only one of the weapons doesn't have a best class setup on my channel, but it will come here very soon, guys, so stay tuned for that. And now without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the top 5. Now coming in at number 5, guys, we have the ICR. Now, this is a very controversial weapon. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Mostly, for me, it works out as a very solid and good assault rifle. It takes out people pretty good at long distances as well as medium. Not that useful at close range engagements, but I still don't have a best class setup weapon for this weapon. I used the word weapon there twice, but I'm sorry. And that video will come out very soon, guys. Don't worry, I'm working on it already, but the real deal is with this weapon, you know, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the M27 from Black Ops 2, and it kind of reminds me of the Commando from Black Ops 1. I mean, this is a very solid weapon, definitely not one of the best weapons in the game, but as you can see, it made it to the top 5, guys. And there were a lot of patches recently in Black Ops 3, and the weapons were just buffed and nerfed, and I believe this is one of the weapons that received only a buff. I'm not quite sure, guys, but like I said, look forward into the best class set video with the ICR assault rifle. But anyway, it comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, guys, we have the Razorback. Now, this is a very good SMG. In the beta, this SMG was probably one of the top guns to use. Like, it was definitely on the 2nd place, somewhere along there. Now it's on the 4th place just because with the release of the game they actually made some changes to the weapon, because beta was just a testing of the game and how everything looks. They wanted to test everything, and Razorback was nerfed a little bit, and a couple recent patches nerfed it a little bit as well. I believe it got one of the buffs with the range increasement, but that's not very useful. But this kind of reminds me of the Peacekeeper in Black Ops 2, and kind of reminds me of the Ripper from Ghosts. This is kind of a submachine gun assault rifle hybrid weapon, you know. It really is. You can pick up people at longer distances pretty easily, but if you're accurate, most useful thing to do if you're taking out people at longer distances would be to get a reflex sight. But I don't really like reflex sights on SMGs. I would prefer to take out people maybe maximum to a little bit longer distances than medium. That's it. But overall, this weapon is just so good, guys. I recommend using it if you still haven't used it, but that's literally impossible. But this weapon is very good. I love it, and comes in at number 4. Now coming in at number 3, guys, we have another SMG. This is the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh, yeah, that's the way you pronounce it. The Pharaoh is a 4-round burst SMG, and I made a best class setup video on it recently. You can check out the link in the description, guys, for that video. But you know, this is a very good SMG. You know, even though it's a burst SMG, I would rate this as one of the best weapons in the game, and this is probably the best SMG in the game as well. The Pharaoh is just a weapon that this is an example of a burst weapon. This is an example of how a burst weapon should look like. And keep in mind, this is an SMG, and it's pretty good at taking people at medium range. So if you hit all the 4 shots at close range, you will definitely get a kill, but mostly it's like 5 shots. So at medium to long range distances, you definitely have to tap the fire button twice just to get those 2 bursts out, just to kind of make sure that you kill the guy. Sometimes I even shoot 3 bursts, but not really about the weapon. The reload time is pretty quick. You feel kind of strong with this weapon, and when you get a kill with it, it just feels so satisfying, you know. I don't know, I just have that feeling, guys. But this is one of the best weapons in the game, guys. I know just because it's a burst weapon, it may kind of sound, you know, I don't know, maybe overpowered or something, but it is a very balanced out weapon. Like I said, Traeger have been patching the game a lot recently, and this is one of the weapons that has become a very solid weapon to use over time, and you know, this is a great weapon, guys. So yeah, it comes in at number 3. Now, coming in at number 2, guys, we have the VMP. Now, I know, I just said that the Pharaoh is one of the best SMGs in the game, but that was not the case, actually. I kind of lied to you there, guys. VMP. Now, you may say that the VMP should be on the first place, but the weapon that's on the first place truly deserves it. But the VMP is an SMG that can take out people easily at long distances, but the Pharaoh is just like, I don't know, like, it's a burst weapon, so that's why you kind of have to get used to it. But the VMP is a straight up full auto SMG, takes out people, wrecks them at close range, kind of does the same thing at medium range, but not really. You have to get used to it at medium ranges as well. But this weapon, like, the range on this weapon is pretty massive. I wouldn't say that it's longer than the Razorback's range, but this weapon really deserves this spot. And believe me when I say this, I've used this weapon personally. I've used all of the weapons, and this weapon is nowhere close to, like, I don't know, Vesper. Like, Vesper, yeah, I would put it on the list, but you know, I just thought these weapons were kind of better. But yeah, I don't know, guys. This is probably one of the best SMGs. No, like, this is the best SMG, and the Pharaoh is the second to the best SMG, you know? Just stay with that, guys. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments, guys. But this comes in at number 2, guys. Let's move on to number 1. Coming in at number 1, guys, we have none other than the M8A7. This is a badass. This is straight up a badass weapon, guys. You just wreck people with this. You just melt them like they're nothing. Like, literally they're nothing. If you're accurate and you're having the reflex or the elo sight on your weapon, that's mostly recommended. You also can check out the best class setup for this weapon in the description. But this weapon, oh man, this weapon is so good. I don't know, it just feels so nice using this weapon. You just can't imagine. You literally just have to put a full burst in your enemy just to kill him. Most likely you will miss one shot or two, so then you have to shoot another burst. But the cool thing about this weapon is that its fire rate is more than 1,000 rounds per minute. So literally, the time between the bursts is so small that you won't even notice it as a burst weapon. You'd even think that it's a full auto weapon if you use it correctly, guys. This is a great weapon, guys. I recommend using it. I suggest this weapon. This is probably the best weapon that we've had in a couple of years in the Call of Duty life cycle, guys. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this top 5, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know your top 5 down below in the comments section, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.